Hey, Shalom. Put these headphones on. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakwadash. This will be a quick hit. Double honor salutations to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone. Sincere Shalom to the hopeful elect. Let me let this play. My thing is trying to hit to these quick hits. I know I'm pretty long-winded, but you know, the spirit, there's a lot of things I just be wanting to put out, and that long-windedness is like, nah, do your own separate thing. But nah, we just address these, you know, small issues, lift up the standard, you know what I'm saying? Show the people where they're going off according to the scriptures real quick. This is Charles, forget this dude's name, speaking about the MOTB.
This is the mark of the beast. If you waking up grabbing his phone, at work, at home, you are now a slave. You are now a digital slave. You come to this plantation. This is a new world. This is a physical world. You have a spiritual world. Now you have the metaverse world. Don't you leave your real world and enter into this metaverse world and stay on here all day. You be at the table with your kids, your wife. So now you have entered into hell. This is the mark of the beast. Okay. If you wait,
the scriptures warn us against false prophets in the last days. And you know, if people stay in their lane, they wouldn't make such a great offense. People don't realize it's a great offense to add or take away from the words of the Lord. It speaks about that in Revelations. You're going to add curses to yourself. And we're in the time of, see, the curses, we're in the beginning of sorrows, but everyone is going to be numbered to the sword, to a particular destruction in these last days. And if you take it upon yourself to teach the word incorrectly, you know, curses he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully. I mean, stay in your lane, Charleston White. All you got to do is just be that, you know, smart, dumb nigga. That's it. Okay, you don't even have to, you know, put your hand, you know, you wasn't called to teach this word. Jeremiah 3:15. There's certain men that this is their lot, this is their purpose, and if they scurry from it, that's their end. This is who they were born to. Okay, prophets, the prophets. So it's our job to, you know, teach the word. Let's see what the scriptures really say, because he said that, you know, that the phone is the mark of the beast. No, as we've been teaching the word, the phone, you know, for years, the phone is a precursor. It's what you call social engineering, preparing you for cashless, you know, digital everything. It's kind of like back in the day where you food stamps was literally a booklet of paper. Now it's on a card. You got to swipe the card. Then it went from the card, bus pass, okay, using cash money, to a card. Then it went from the credit card, debit card, to a chip in the card. Okay, next, okay, the phone is a chip, QR scans. Okay, next they're gonna put the chip in you. That's the MOTB. The phone is not the mark of the beast. Okay, because you can pay, you can still use money. You don't have to use Google Pay. So let's get, you know, it says Revelations 3:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or left, or in their foreheads. And you get it anywhere on your body. Okay, you still gonna, you know, get the penalty of taking it, the judgment from the Most High's wrath. Okay, so it said free or bond, whether you're in jail, you locked up, you locked down, you out on the streets, you free, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're Floyd Mayweather. They say rich and poor, free and bond, receive, you see? So your forehead, let's look up that word, because he talked about the metaverse and all that. Well, you got, what's his name's speaking about, you know, brain chips, which that's going to turn you into a robot. Okay? Metapon. So when you think about the metaverse, let's look up the word metapon. So this is the word for forehead. Okay? Metapon, the space between the eyes, the forehead, which represents the pineal gland, the soul. So they want to tether your spirit through energy harvesting, frequency harvesting, stuff like that. Okay, take away what they call your God gene. All right, and actually it's the Most High that's going to take it away, because you've consummated the marriage between you and the beast by taking its mark. Okay, not only are you worshiping the likeness or the image, but you're now taking its branding, kind of like the ring. All right, now you're married, you're joined unto the beast. So when the Lord comes for salvation, he's going to leave you behind to burn with this place. Okay, like you get an engagement ring where you're engaged to be destroyed, okay, and fall with the fall of the beast. Okay, a mark, receive a mark in their right hand. Let's look up the word mark, charagma. Okay, from the same, a scratch or etching. So when John the Revelator seen the vision, he noticed that something was being, okay, inserted underneath the skin, scratched, you know, making an incision in the skin, you know, a graven mark, a badge of servitude. And in the ancient world, you could receive an awl, which was either a nose ring, an earring, you know. Today it's a stamp, okay? Mark branded upon horses, idolatrous. Yeah, it's idolatry at the end of the day, okay? And that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, which is 666. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. So it's telling you that it's a man that's actually running his system. And this is dealing with the universal barcode, okay, 666. And if you notice throughout society, a lot of the symbology, Google, the Monsters logo, I mean, it's infinite logos that these devils used, okay, to put in front of the people that's actually go back to 666, okay? Because the super elite of this world, they know whom they worship. They come after the workings of the spiritual demon Satan. That's why we call them the devil, all right, that the Bible speaks of. 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter tells you they come after the working of Satan. So that'll be the quick hit. And see, this guy wants to feed his belly. You know, we're just going to leave it right there. That was just a quick correction. So, you know, we can still buy and sell. That's proof. Okay, that's proof that what he's saying is not the mark of the beast. I meant to exhaust his word, charagma. See, because when you go into the meaning of words, you can get down to the root. You might say one word, but you got to go back into history to see where that word came from. What was the root of that word? So we got charagma. Okay, let's go a little deeper into that word. Karax. You know, a stake to sharpen to a point. If you think about the needle aspect at the doctor, right? How they insert stuff under the skin. Well, that's how they're going to inject the chip, which is the size of a grain of rice. You could look it up. And by now, they probably made a smaller version. Okay, so the chip is already in all our hardware, and you're going to become the host next, and it's going to give you a grievous cancerous sore, as the scriptures say. Let's go into another word deeper than karax, and it's graphos, which means a database. It's a digital database. See, to grave, grapho, so you get the word graph. All right, you're going to have a social credit. You're going to have your money. Everything will be transparent about you. You know, everything, where you're at, what you just spent on. You know what I'm saying? Did you break a law today? If you did, they're going to take the money right out of your account. Expiration dates on your money, so nothing can save. You got to spend it within a certain amount of time. Okay, this is that database that's going to hold all this information. What you think these data centers is about, man? Billions of dollars on data centers that's destroying the earth around it, because, man, everybody's going to have to be within this surveillance state. It's going to be a worldwide thing, but we know that Yahweh Shai is not going to let these people fulfill the fullness of their sufficiency. Job, the 20th chapter. So this place is out of here because they're right at the cusp of forcing this, all right? But they're not going to be able to finish it, all right? So we're looking at a matter of months. Could be out of here. Let me get this last scripture. This is Revelations 15, because this is the penalty. So don't listen to Charleston White, man. Okay? Charleston Plight. That's going to be his motherfucking ass, man. Alright? 15, it says, where is it at real quick? I think it's 14. Damn, why can't you never? Oh, here it is. And the same, Revelations 14:10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, or Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his judgment or indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Yeah. Okay. For what? Let's see for what. The 9th verse. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So the image has, this system has been training everybody to accept cashless. Now you go into places, you just want a cup of coffee. Oh, we don't accept cash. All right. And they can do this overnight. This is why they're devaluing the dollar. Okay. They're going to collapse the economy and then bring forth the 4th industrial revolution, which is a cashless society. And they're going to use this chip as the great white hope. All right. And you're going to take it because you've already been socially engineered. Okay. And a lot of you are fearful. You don't have faith. So you're going to go ahead and buy whatever just to, try to save your life. But then you're going to lose it. Okay. You're going to buy into whatever anybody says because you have itching ears. You want to hear that, you got to take the mark of the beast because you got to eat. You totally lack faith in the Lord. Revelations 3:10, that's what this is all about. All the inhabitants of the earth is going to be tried. Okay? Whether you're worthy or not. And only the elect is going to deny this chip in full effect. Repent, become a new creature in Hamashiach, and be ready for salvation. Alright? It says, the same shall drink, this is 10, of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. And that's those nukes. In the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Because when that happens, the nukes go off. What you ignorantly call UFO invasions, the angels, the Lord himself, we're going to be sitting up watching the destruction. We're going to get beamed up into those ships. It speaks about that in Isaiah 26 and right here in the 15th verse. How we got the victory over the beast in his image. And how we were, up in the outer atmosphere looking down as it was a sea of glass mingled with fire. Okay? Because we're going to watch the destruction of Babylon the Great and these other nations that are hit by those missiles. And everybody that's, engaged, you're engaged to be married to this demon. All right? When it goes down, you go down with it. With your special little engagement ring, that mark of the beast. So with that, man, we're going to wrap that up. Keep it short. Shalom.